Welcome to a new video, and this time around it's all about the Xperia 10 Mark IV and its operating system. I want to give you some tips and tricks on how to optimize your usage on the 10 Mark IV, so let's get started. So we start off with some settings on the 10 Mark IV. First of all, let's go to the settings and we check out the display settings, because here under image quality setting what you should do is activate original mode. By using the standard mode you have like a very cool and cold kind of picture, and the video image optimization is also turned on. And what this does is, if you go into your gallery, you will see a switch in color when coming out of the gallery. Taking a look at a video, it will change the color all the time, which is something that might be annoying. At least for me it was very annoying. So what I can at least tell you is disable the video image optimization, because it's not very useful. Otherwise, go to the original mode. You have a much cleaner, there's vibrant mode, a bit more warmer tone, but still this one is the better mode for your display. And when you're at it, you can take a look at the white balance as well. We have warm here. You can also switch to medium if you like a little bit more bluish kind of color. I like the warm tone of the default image here. And then you have also the possibility to set adaptive brightness, which helps, especially if it's like very bright in the daylight, for example. This can help. You have some font size settings as well. I wouldn't change this display size setting, where you can turn it a little bit down if you want a little bit down, or a bit up if you need a little bit up here, but the default is good for me. Then we have the dark theme. You can set it up here to go as a schedule, so like for example turn on from sunset to sunrise. This is what I have usually set it up to. I think that might be very interesting that I missed from the display controls is the smart backlight control option. This allows you to turn this service on. What it does is, as long as you have the phone in your hand, it detects the phone in the hand, it will not turn off the display, which might be very interesting if you're reading some longer texts, emails or something else on the phone, just watching photo or something like this. This will help you not to turn off the display so quickly. Next thing that we do is go to our sound settings and then audio settings, and here turn on DSEE Ultimate. This will help with upscaling your highly compressed music especially. You have also the 360 upmix, which sounds nice, but it isn't nice. So especially if you have headphones on, like wired headphones or even Bluetooth headphones, it creates like an artificial 3D kind of effect, which I don't like. It might be only useful for you for watching some movies on Netflix or so on. Then I would turn on the cinema option here for sure. Otherwise, just let it off. The next setting is a setting that you have to do, otherwise you have there's a bug simply in the input system, and this is a bit of annoying. Go to your system, go to languages and input, and then choose on-screen keyboard, choose Gboard, which is the default, then go to preferences and scroll a little bit down, and under haptic feedback on key presses, which is on by default, if you don't like it, turn it off. There's a bug because the haptics by default are not very good, because they have like some kind of delay or even lag, where you press a button, there's no haptic feedback, and you press another button, there is haptic feedback. So set it under vibration strength on key presses, set it to something like I have it set to 47, and if you set it to something here, then the key presses will not go away, and you always have haptic feedback when typing on your Gboard on the 10 Mark IV. Sometimes your system might run as slow as this boat is now taking off here. So what you can do to make it a little bit faster is tweaking the animation. So what you have to do for this is adding the developer options. So you just go to About Phone and you click on your software information and click on build number a few times until you get into the developer options, and then under system you have developer options here. And what I did is I was checking the iPhone, which also has 60 Hertz only, and I was checking the animations there, and what I figured out is that if you set the animation speed a little bit higher here on the Xperia, this whole experience of fluid animations works a little bit better, almost like iPhone-like. If you don't iPhone, then you can just turn it off or go even down to 0.5, but I set it to 1.5 and I have this very fluid animation, I think. And even like opening up applications, just like here Reddit for example, looks pretty nice, and I have a nice fluid animation with 60 Hz, which sometimes can stutter. But if it stutters, I have another tip for you. Download an application that is called Swap No Root. And if you press on this, it allows you to create an extra swap file. And I would, as this Xperia has a little bit of limitation with 6 GB of RAM, recommend you to at least have 2 GB of additional RAM as swap space available. Of course, you need this swap space on your internal flash ROM, on the Intel ROM as free space, otherwise you don't have the option to use it. And yeah, this one has some ads, but you can create the swap space, and now it is used, as you can see here, and I can also delete it later on if I don't like it. But this one will help you also to keep a little bit more applications in memory and keep the system a little bit more fluid. So these were just a few tips and tricks on the Xperia 10 Mark IV to make your life a little bit easier and to make this device shine a little bit more. I really like this compact form factor, and with these tweaks I really like the device and the software a little bit more. I hope Sony can fix some of the bugs that I encountered, and especially if you have some issues with performance, also try maybe turning on the stamina mode, turning it off again. Usually the device runs a bit more fluid afterwards, or in general in stamina mode it runs a little bit more fluid. Those animations don't stutter so much. This is what I encountered as well. But with my hack using the 1.5 animation speed, it also works pretty fine. If you get some stutters still, just restart the device, the caches are clean then, and everything should run fine. If you have more tips and tricks for the Xperia 10 Mark IV or other Xperia devices, write them down in the comment section. This is everything for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Until the next time. Bye.